Hi, I'm Josh Watkins. I'm the Assistant Professor of Percussion at University of Trinidad and Tobago. I've been working at UTT for about 7 years, and during that time I've had the opportunity to learn all about steelpan and percussion of Trinidad and Tobago, all these really great indigenous instruments of Trinidad and Tobago, and how they all kind of come together for steel band. Before I was in Trinidad and Tobago, I lived in Nashville, Tennessee for a long time, and a few other places in the Midwest. I was a freelance percussionist and teacher. I played steelpan, I played drum set, I played all the orchestral instruments. I was just a diverse percussionist, and I was always looking for the opportunity to learn more about percussion, and steelpan in particular was one of my favorite percussion instruments. But there were just several things I just couldn't learn in the U.S. You just couldn't find people that knew about these things, and you couldn't find videos on them, and there weren't any books. Sometimes in the books they would have one sentence to talk about something. So when I came to Trinidad and Tobago, I had the opportunity to hunt down some people and ask 1,000,001 questions and learn a lot about these instruments, and it opened up a whole new world for me as a percussionist and a panist. It's informed the way I play pan now, and it's informed the way I play percussion. And I'm hoping that I can do what has been done for me when I had the opportunity to come to Trinidad and Tobago for the participants of the Pan Fellowhip. So I get the chance to teach a class called Rhythms of the Engine Room, and in the past I've taught a class called Rhythms of the World, and it was rhythms and percussion instruments from all over the world. And this time we thought maybe it would be good to focus on the engine room, the driving percussive force behind a steel band. So in those big steel bands, you have the drum set, you have the irons, you have the congas, and all the scratchers. We really wanted to focus in on that, and some of the other instruments that are involved in that are maybe less common also. So we really wanted to have an opportunity to focus on that, but using the same kind of format that we had in the past from the Rhythms of the World class. And this class will, of course, move through what came before steelpan. So we'll talk about the history of the evolution to steelpan, so the more percussive past stuff before we came to this brand new instrument, and then move into the engine room, what would be kind of the core instruments of the engine room, as well as the things more on the peripheral. And then also look at what has fed into that. Where did it come from? Someplace in Africa, someplace in India, someplace from different places around the world that contributed to that. And then also we'll have the opportunity to look at how we can integrate other instruments that have not been integrated before into the engine room as a way to innovate. And participants that come from all different backgrounds will have the opportunity to get something from this class, because at the end of the class you'll have a project where you get to focus on a particular aspect of the engine room or what could be in the engine room, and you'll study that, and then the participants would come and present that at the end of the class to everyone. So it's really a sharing of knowledge rather than the professor teaching the students all the time. There's really what I call a horizontal and a vertical model of teaching and learning in this class. And so it should really be a really wonderful sharing of knowledge that we can all get something from, no matter whether you're coming from a steelpan background exclusively or from a percussion band background exclusively, where people will be able to find new ways to play pan based on maybe the past or other percussion around the world that have contributed to the engine room. And then percussionists can learn how to enhance their already high level of skills in the engine room. So I'm looking forward to meeting all the participants and learning from you, the participants, and looking forward to seeing many applicants soon, and meeting everyone in Trinidad at some point in time. Thanks.